Okay, based on your appliance selections, one is pretty easy, the hood. Let's look at that real quick. I plugged in your hood. The only change I made is I made this was a 30-21, which means 30 wide, 21 high. Change it to a 30 wide, 18, because this particular hood requires it to be between 24 and 30 inches off the cooktop surface. So if I hit this little button there, run it on top of the countertop, go in the bottom, we're right in the middle. I could do keep the same cabinet, but I think I'd rather keep it right in the middle of the 30 to 24 inch specification that the manufacturer has for this particular hood. So that's one little change. That one's easy. A few options on the refrigerator. You selected a countertop depth refrigerator, which is just fine. And I've actually happened to have that same countertop depth refrigerator in one of the catalogs I have, so this is a very good representation of it. With the current floor plan, I've got the pantry cabinet 27 inches deep. The depth of the refrigerator without the doors is 24 3/8. So that's why you see this blank space. See this white space? That's actually air. So if I put the refrigerator further back, now the refrigerator is all the way back in the wall, but the doors probably wouldn't open. The doors have to be exposed in order for them to open, so they have to come out to something like that, I would say. The benefit of keeping this setup, though, is if you notice the red countertop, this red line represents the countertop, and I can butt that countertop against the side of that countertop's only like 25.5 inches deep. I can butt that countertop to the side of the pantry, which is 27 inches deep. To me, it looks a little nicer that way. Another option is to, and you'll see what I mean a little bit better regarding butting up this countertop red line to the side of the pantry by looking at this design. I've changed the depth of the pantry to 24 inches, and now you see that the countertop, being 25.5 inches deep, goes beyond the pantry. And you can put a little curve on this, like edit shape, radius corner. So you can put a little curve on that to soften it a bit. But then the refrigerator would be tied up against the back wall here. Then we have another option. You notice the refrigerator on this drawing here and this drawing here. The refrigerator wall cabinet is 37 inches wide. Then I've got another option where it's 36 inches wide, because the refrigerator is 35 3/4. Because it's a countertop depth refrigerator, you probably want to make it, most folks like to make it as tight as possible. I've made, instead of 37, you could go with a 36 wide. Just doesn't give you much wiggle room to level the refrigerator, so somebody has to do a very good job leveling the refrigerator before it's put into place, because you only got 1/8 of an inch on either side of the refrigerator. So those are options for the refrigerator. Like I said, the hood's pretty easy. I think you don't want to go with a 3018 cabinet. But there's quite a few options. You can go with the refrigerator. Like you can do a combination too, where you like the depth of this pantry cabinet, but you might want to go to, instead of a 37-inch, to a 36-inch refrigerator wall cabinet. And I could make the refrigerator wall cabinet 36 1/4. That's another option too. So let me know which direction you'd like to go. But this would be an addendum to my last video. Probably to simplify things, we'll call this the original option 1. This one in the middle of option 2. And then this would be option 3. And if there's a combination of the 3 options, then I guess we'd call that option 4.